computation, enable efficient use of hash map keys. What are the difference between double equals to and dot equals to methods? Double equal to only compares the reference memory address. Compare reference, not content. Dot equals check if content if both the string is same, then we almost equal to won't. What is difference between array list, linked list and hash map? Array list क्या था? Dynamic. It is a dynamic array backed by object array. Fast random access. One insertion and deletion is big often not synchronized, best for heavy operations. Linked list. Doubly linked list. Use the doubly linked list to store the elements. Each element has a previous and next pointers. Fast insertion and deletion orders. Slow access. Also implementation DQ can use as a keyword stack vectors. But it is deprecated before Java 8. What did you Let's talk about what is different between hash map. Hash map stores the key value pairs, no order granted. Being often average for get output, allow one null key and multiple null values. Not synchronized but mostly commonly used. Linked hash map. Extend hash map extend करता है maintain insertion order of entries slightly slower than hash map due to maintaining linked list. Use when you know the hash map predict iterable order. Tree map implemented sorted hash map. Keys are sorted in natural sorting order. All operation for red black tree internally used does not allow null values when you store multiple entries. What is different hash set? Hash set stores the unique values, does not maintain any insertion of order. We go on for at the end elements and allow one null value use hash code and equals for uniqueness. Backed by tree map, sorted by natural sorting order. We go for an operation dot allow null value. What is iterator and list iterator? Iterator an interface to traverse a forward direction for the object. Forward direction only. Traverse a collection forward direction. Move has as next, remove methods are used. List iterator. Extends iterator works only with list. Can be traversed in both directions like forward and backward. Can also add or set elements during iterations. Addition methods has previous, add, set, next index, previous index. Iterator works on the collection list. Iterator works only the list, array list, linked list. What is difference between comparable and comparable? Comparable is an interface that used for natural sorting order. Natural sorting order use that contains itself implementation comparable and overrides compared to methods changes the class itself. The class implements the it is the interface that implements the comparable interface and override the compare to methods. Use the custom coding. A separate class lambda, a separate class implements comparator with compare. एक separate class होती है जो compare method को override करती है. Does not change the original class. Can have multiple comparator for different sorting orders. Explain the concept of autoboxing. Autoboxing is a concept to convert the data type into wrappers classes object. One-boxing automatic conversion of vector class object into the data types. Why is important? Collection array list has map can store objects, not primitive. Autoboxing let you add in. What are the generics in generics in Java allows classes, interfaces, methods work with any type of data. Compile time type safety introduced in type safety. Type safety compile time checking prevents class cast abstraction at runtime. Code reuse. Once class method work with multiple types. No split casting needed. What are difference between checked and exception? Checked exceptions are occurs at the compile times. The exceptions are handled by the using the try-catch block and declare them using throws. The extent exception but not runtime exception. Example input out exception, class not found exception, SQL exception, file not found exception. Unchecked exception are checked at the and exception not checked at the compile time. They are extends at runtime usually caused by the programmer bugs not required to handle. Null pointer abstraction, area down class cast abstraction, illegal argument sections, vertical sections. What are the purpose of final? Final makes the keyword keyword make final value cannot be changed. Final method cannot be override. Final class cannot be extended. Finally block. A finally block always executed after try catch block whether exception occurs or not. Used in the cleanup for closing file DB connections. Finalize method. Finalize is the garbage collector before destroying an object. Garbage collector before destroying an object used to release resources deprecated since Java 9 and enable use time resources instead. Finally, block does not execute if system.exist is called when JVM crashes. What is the difference between throw and throw? Throws used inside a method to actually throw an abstraction. Only one abstraction can be thrown at a time. Throws used in the method signature to declare in the method throw and multiple abstractions at a time. What is difference between error and abstraction? Both error and abstraction are subclasses of throwable, but they represent different problems. Abstraction represent abstraction conditions that a program can be should handle. Recoverable program can be continue after handling. Input abstraction, pointer abstraction, error. The program should represent serious error क्या होता है represent serious JVM level programs that handle should not try to handle and recoverable. JVM cannot continue normal execution. Examples: auto-marry, stack overflow, virtual machine. What is multithreading? Multithreading is the features of the Java programming that execute concurrently in the program executes concurrently, improves CPU utilization, better user experience and performance for input out incentive tasks. Ways to create a thread: extend the thread class, override run method. Second, implementation runnable interface, preferred approach allows extend to another class. Lambda abstraction, sorted ways to using runnable as a functional interface. Explain the life cycle of thread. A thread goes through from the starting creation and return. First link create new. The thread object created but not start yet called. Runnable. Start called. Thread is ready to run or running. Scheduler decide which to give CPU time. Blocked. Thread waiting to acquire synchronized lock held to another thread. Waiting. Thread waiting independently to another thread. Time waiting. New runnable running and terminated. A dead. What is synchronize? Synchronization is a mechanism to control access thread to share resources. It prevents race conditions. Synchronization is a mechanism to control access of multiple threads to shared resources. It prevents the race conditions when multiple threads modify the same data simultaneously when needed. Without synchronization, two threads two threads reading and writing shared data can reduce results. Examples: two thread incrementing a counter simultaneously. Types of synchronization. Synchronization method. Entire a method locked. Public synchronization block. What is difference between wait, notify and notify load? These methods are tried to define the object class are used to inter-thread communication. They must be called within the synchronization block method. Wait, release the lock, puts the current thread into waiting state until the another thread called notify and notify of the same object wakes up the one random thread that is notify on the same object lock. They awaken to notify wake up all the thread at the same object lock, all the complete to acquire lock once the wins at a time. What is deadlock? Deadlock is a condition occurs when two or more threads are waiting for each other to releasing lock and none of can proceed. They are stuck forever. Condition for deadlock: Kaufman. Mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no precision, circular wait. How to avoid? Always acquire lock in the same order of threads. Use try lock and timeout instead of synchronization. Avoid nested synchronization block. Use thread dump analysis to diagnose. What is the new features of Java 8? Java 8 has major release with more powerful features. Firstly, powerful features of the lambda expressions. Concise way to represent anonymous functions. Stream API. Process collections in function style will filter mapper reduce. Functional interface with a single abstract method at the functional interface. Open classes avoid null pointer abstraction by wrapping values that might be null. Use the optional classes to avoid null pointer abstractions. Default methods. Default methods in interface can have method implementation keyword. Method reference is shortest for lambda class name, method name. New time date API for each method in iterable and map. Lambda plus stream are the most asked in the features for freshers in the interview. Lambda expressions, concise way to represent anonymous functions. Stream API process collections in functional style with filter map list dot stream dot filter dot collect